Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Today, I'm in the midst of quite a mess, as you can see. Lots going on this week for you. Big Daddy is outside fixing our poop chute because we're not going to be moving this camper for a while. We're going to put a, what do they call it? Hard pipe in. Anyway, I'll take you out there to show you. He's doing that. He's got several other projects. Time for a new water filter on our water line, and he is putting some new carpet in a boat. So yes, I, on the other hand, are making a whole bunch of freezer meals. I've got a new menu planner on the refrigerator. I usually do it on my computer, but I wanted to have it up here because then I don't necessarily do them on the day that they're up there, but I know what I've got stored or going on that week. And I thought I would do some freezer meals. So now that I've got the freezer out there in the shed. So that's what you're going to be seeing on Monday's video. We're going to be cooking them this week. I've got a lot already frozen and ready to go. I have several others to do today, so I'm going to be working on those. I've already got ribs in the crock pot for today. I've got to put some baked beans in a little crock pot, and I have to put corn on the cob in a crock pot, so I might just do those pockets and do the corn and the beans in one crock pot. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Thank you for helping me with that decision, guys. I hope you have had a fantastic week, and now going into the weekend, what's your plans? Okay, I'm outside with Big Daddy. He just got home from Lowe's. Did you know? It's the closest one for us. Here he is. He's going to tell you about the sewer and what he's doing.
All right, every year we have to replace the slinky hose, whatever you want to call it, slinky, stinky, whatever. Since we're going to be here for a while, I'm going to hard pipe it instead of going and buying another hose. I'm just going to hard pipe it, get it piped in. That way if we do leave, it's hard piped in. It's easier. I don't have to worry about this pipe deteriorating. It's stuff that we had on site, so can't really give you a price of what it's cost, but I know it says conduit on the pipe, but it's still PVC pipe.
Big Daddy is all about using what he has on hand without going out and buying more, right?
Yeah. The only thing I had to buy was fittings and a little bit of glue.
His workbenches are the back of the trucks.
This will slide over the pipe, clamp it down. This will hook to the other fitting there for the camper. And then we'll be hard line in. Oh, and I made a purchase. I know it's an old boat, but it's a good boat. I had one sort of like it when I was a lot younger, and really couldn't destroy it. And I found this one that I came with the motor, trolling motor, and boat.
And what are you doing to it today?
I'm gonna put new carpet in.
Oh, okay.
Took time, tore it out.
He still has his other boat over here, but did you say someone's buying it?
Yeah, somebody's gonna buy it out.
Okay. So a new carpet, and then you're gonna put the seats that you just bought for that boat in here?
They're coming in here. They're fitting them little stands.
Okay.
I'm gonna put in here. And then when they buy that boat, I'm gonna buy a foot control electric motor for this one.
He did take it out the other day. I don't remember what day.
It was Thursday afternoon.
He and his brother went out in the river, and he said it's this motor and this boat, a combination of the two. It goes very, very fast. Well, fast enough for what you're doing.
Yeah, it'll slide you up in the trees.
So he's got lots of projects going on. Also, on last Friday's video, I showed you that a vampire mosquito sucking on my blood. Well, You fixed that, didn't you?
Well, I hope I have.
Yeah, he bought a bug zapper. It looks like a fire. I'll show it to you at night. Probably I need to do it at night.
Probably need to do it at
And sprayed the ground. What was the stuff called?
night. Cutter. I'll go get it.
He's gonna go get it because it's worked. So we'll show you what it is if you have a mosquito problem.
Yeah. It's made by Cutter. It's backyard bug control. It kills mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and other listed insects. So
And you just hooked it to the water hose?
you just hook it to the water hose. It's got a valve where you can walk around and spray. This place probably needs several sprayings.
Yeah.
And but this stuff seems to work. We didn't have the little gnats.
Here's the mosquito
Yeah,
killer.
the boxes.
It looked quite cool last night.
I did get it from Lowe's. It's
Yeah, set it up there somewhere. Oh, it says dawn to dusk.
yeah, it's got a photo cell on it, so it's not running during the day.
Okay, cool. All right, let's pick China up and get back in the house. Are you all done? You ready? All right, well, come on. Oh, say hello. Say hello to the people. Oh, I know. She loves to put her head under my chin whenever I pick her up. She's so loving. Okay, I'm back inside now. I decided I'm going to go ahead and clean up what I've got. I've got some clean dishes to put away, and I've got a couple things to wash. So I'm going to do that first before I get started on my freezer meals for today. So let's get going.
You saw me in the crowd, they were calling last call. I was lost in the noise, oh my. But you opened my eyes, yeah, the story of hope began that night. Without a clue of what's coming next, was I guided by hands I couldn't see? Was it written somewhere, part of a plan? I have these thoughts in my head. Can you make it make sense? How a heart can...
So before we get started with the freezer meals, I just want to show you my little grocery haul. Now, not all of this was for the freezer meals, so I went ahead and loaded everything back into my grocery cart on the Walmart website, and then took out things like my caramel creamer and our milk for the coffee and things like that that weren't for the freezer meals. And so what was left was $55.45 for the grocery haul. Now, this does not include many of the meats because, as you know, or if you haven't been here before, we went recently to BJ's and did a big grocery haul of meats and put them in the freezer. So I got most of the meat out of there. The only things I purchased, I believe, is the meatballs and the chuck roast, and that was it. So now what I'm doing is putting each meal together. I take a picture of all the ingredients, and then I turn the camera off. I prep the ingredients, and then I turn the camera on like I am now as I put everything in the bag to show you how simple it really is. There's very little prep to these, honestly. So these will be coming up, like I said earlier, on the next 2 menu Mondays. And then I'm going to also include, the finished plate so you can see what it looks like once it's cooked.
Makes sense how a heart can burn with joy, then suddenly feel cold. trust there's more to know. Feels like my head's underwater, but you're there at the surface, lifting me through the doubt. Can you make it make sense? How a heart can heal.
Big Daddy came in because it was raining. That was the lights going out there for just a minute. And he's waiting for the storm to pass, and then it's beautiful again in just a few minutes. Well, hello everybody. I am done with the freezer meals. I took some out to the shed, and the ones that we're going to have this week I put in this freezer in here in the camper. So I'm looking forward to an easy week. I will be sharing them on upcoming Menu Mondays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you me making it, you know, putting the bag together like you saw me do today, but individually, you know, for each recipe. And then once we cook it and I take a finished picture of the plate and how we served it, I'll put that in with that video. That way you get to see it from beginning to end. I have created more dishes, as you can see. So I'm going to get these finished. My ribs are done, but I've got to do the corn on the cob and the beans, which go in the slow cooker. It's only 2 o'clock, so I figured, you know, a couple hours in there, they'll be good. So I've got the ribs on warm, keep warm, and I'm going to use my dividers. What do they call them? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to put this in fast forward so you don't have to listen to me jibber jabber. Wash these out. They've been sitting for a while. I did some corn on the cob yesterday. These are just little corn that we got out of the garden. And I put olive oil on them and some seasoning that I got in North Carolina that's for vegetables, and garlic bread. It's very good. But you can use whatever seasoning you like. You just wrap them and put them in the fridge overnight. You can do it. You can use it right away though if you want to. And now I'm just going to make the baked beans. Alright, sorry, I had to change my battery. I'm just using, I think this is an off-brand of baked bean. Yeah, it's Walmart's brown sugar hickory baked beans. And I'm just going to add some of my own brown sugar and some ketchup just to flavor it up a little bit. This is my swerve sugar, so I did order it. I got it in, so I'm going to be making some more zucchini bread. But you will have seen, okay, 3, that's a tablespoon and a half. This is a half. You will have seen the zucchini bread recipe on this past Monday's video, and I hope you try it. It's really good. I'm going to make it again, but instead of using 2.5 cups of the white sugar, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to try just a cup of brown and see how that works. If it doesn't come out too well, then I might use a cup of white swerve and a cup of brown swerve and see how that does. I want to find a happy median. Although I could, if I could have sugar, I'd just make it with the 2.25 cups. That is so good. Freezer meals, it got really dark and it started pouring with rain, and Big Daddy ended up coming inside. He was trying to put all his tools away and everything, so he got in here, and then the power went out. I mean, not for long, it just probably, I don't know, a couple minutes, and then it came back on. So we had to wait for that to quit. He stayed inside, so it has since, you can probably see outside there, lightened up. The sun's come out. You just wait 5 minutes in South Carolina and things change. It cooled it off in here. I have both air conditioners going, because if I don't catch it at 75, when it gets 75 in here, if I don't go turn the second air conditioner on, it'll get to 80 degrees inside, and I just, you know, I don't like heat. Anywho, I had turned it on and it was like 69 in here because I have both of them going. So I have since bumped this one up, so it's not running because the other one's keeping it cool, which is fine because I'm videoing and I don't want this one running anyhow. So we've got our baked beans in, we got our corn in, and here's this week's meal plan. I've got everything written down. They're not necessarily in any sort of order. I just want to know what I've got to put out when I wake up in the morning. Like, what do I want to cook today or the night before? Now we're on freezer meals. So I have the first freezer meal down here on the bottom. I didn't even put it in the freezer, to be honest, but it's ready. That's the sheet pan fajita chicken and rice. And then up here I have the freezer meals. There's one up here and then 4 here. These are the ones for this week. The rest of them are out in the shed, and we'll go out there. And also Big Daddy finished up the poop chute, so I'll show you that too. And now, after all that storming, which knocked down our screen, by the way, it's just a matter of hooking it up. He, I don't know if you can see him, but his truck's right back. Let me zoom in. Yeah, you can just see it. Just past the house is his truck right there. Well, that's the shop. And so he took his boat over there and put it inside the shop so that if it starts storming again, he doesn't have to worry. He can still finish it because it's covered and enclosed. So the boat's missing from here. Bring it back when he's done. But it's nice out here now that the storm's passed. Okay. There's the poop chute all done. And he did weed eat around everything. Around the underneath of the camper. So yeah, we're hard piped now. This is a bathroom project. I'll redo the floor in a bathroom. Coming up. Oh, beams too. Okay. So we have chicken cacciatore, cilantro chicken, is that? I have a squash casserole out here and a cheesy taco lasagna.